What's going on, everyone, and welcome to my all-women walkthrough for Freshwoman. This will cover seasons 1 and 2, so let's jump right into the game here and get to your first choice. Your first choice of the game, you want to say, nah, this is fine. Next up, you want to say, ask about her husband. And then call her Lily. At the bus stop, you want to wait and talk to the girl. We're at the mall, and we're going to start with the bookstore. And you want to grab the book, say, of course, and choose fiction. Talking with Dylan, you want to say, sure, and then say, okay, to helping him. Next up, we're going to go to the cafe and play dumb, see what. You want to order an Americano, then apologize for ruining her moment. You want to comment on her great shape, and then make a deal. Next up, we're hitting the arcade. So you want to start off with Julia here and do a fair game. After that, we're going to be going to Susan's clothing store and say hello. For this next one, you can kind of choose any of the first three. So let's do when do I start? So this job is paying my rent. And then how do you know my mother? All right, so this section here will give you like your first impressions of all the girls you met so far. Picking the first option gives you 2 relationship points with them. Picking the second option gives you only 1. And then picking the third one gives you nothing at all. So basically for all of them, you want to pick like the top one. In the hallway, you want to take a closer look. I'm going to have to black this one out because of the way it is, but take a peek. At Lily's house, you want to joke. Asked about the tea, you want to say tea sounds nice. And now with Dylan, you want to accept. All right, tell Chloe, yep, that's right. And then tell her, not even you. Tell Dylan, you'll do it. All right, Susan's store, say, hey, boss. Ask her what you're delivering. At the client's house, you want to take off the jeans. Going by the gym, you want to wave at Alyssa. Having a conversation, you want to take off your shirt. When she's going inside, you want to check out Alyssa. You're back at home and you want to ask, who is it? And then just ignore it. Tell Chloe, no, you didn't. Thank Sue for the coffee. And then tell Sue about the magazine. All right, so we're at the beach house here, and I'm going to show you where the location of the special renders and the key needed to complete the assignment are. So let's jump to the first one here. So you're inside the room to the left here in the storage room, and the top, just on top of the box here, you have a render. The room next to it, we have a little magazine here behind the sink. In the piano room, you have to click on the piano itself, and then there's a magazine just under the lid here. In the kitchen, on the very left stool, there's a magazine here. In the bedroom, there's one right here underneath the mattress. And also the keys on the little table here. When you go outside, there is one on the couch. And in the room, before you click on the suitcase, there's actually one on the ground here next to it. And that's it. Then you can just click on the suitcase and finish the scene. With her outside, you want to check her out a little. Say, fine, I'll keep an eye on her. On the phone with Julia, you want to say, sure. At the door, you want to say, everything all right? And then say, yes, thanks. All right, you want to check out Lily and have a drink of wine. Red or blue, doesn't matter. It only affects which girl you get. On the phone with Cole, you want to compliment her, then make a joke, and then you want to tell her. At the dance studio, you want to join them, and then lean in for a kiss. Doing your little think about here with Julia, you want to say maybe a long-term relationship. Playing your little game with Julia here, you want to exploit the glitch in the controller, but don't use it a second time. Then you want to sneak a peek, and on the bed with her, you want to kiss her. Then you want to ask Julia to stay. With Sue here, you want to hold her, and then you want to see where it goes. When you're in the middle of stuff with Sue, how about you in the palm of my hand is what you want to pick. Chapter 3, in the car with Susan, you want to tell her the truth. Back at the station, you want to defend Dylan. During the test, you want to resist. And then with Angela, you want to hold on a little longer. Can't show this one because of all the nudity, but You have the option of staying or leaving, and you want to stay. At the cafe with the two of them, you want to accept, then tell Chloe the truth, and then agree to help Alyssa. Then you want to hug her tighter. Tell Chloe, it sounds good to me. With the whole Chloe holding hands thing, you want to say, I hope so. Then you want to open the lid. Let Chloe keep going. Then you want to remove clothes. Then say to Chloe, I don't think so. At first, you want to shake his hand, the first option in the next episode. Then you want to tell him, it's you she doesn't give a crap about. All right, on the phone, you want to say yes, but going out to lunch with Julia, you want to kiss her. Next up, you want to agree with Emily. At the beach house now with Susan, you want to tell her the truth. And then say, I have been spying on you. And then say, no, I acted alone. In the car, you want to drive. After driving, you want to ask her to stay at her place. And then say, yeah. Gonna have to keep this muted and blacked out so I can actually show it to you. But while you're in the act with with Sue here, you want to slap her butt. Back at the apartment, you want to try the key. On a phone with Dylan, you want to tell him, I want style. We're at the dance studio with Alyssa, and you want to take the step. Our next options here, you have a list of everybody. So the options are only available if you were invited by that person, which if you're following this guide, you should be invited by everybody. So it's up to you who you want to spend the night with here. Let's pick whichever one is your favorite. I do want to say, so this is the start of episode 5. This scene starts in a different place, like not after this one, but when you come back to your main character, it'll start in a different scene depending on your last choice of episode 4. Whoever you chose to stay with, that is who you'll start the next scene with. So we're back in school here, and as you can see, our option here is world economics, but also going back one a bit here. If you chose to stay with Julia, she is the only one who actually gets a choice in that opening section that we kind of skipped over because nobody else has one. Your only choice is either window or under the bed, because basically you're at risk of getting caught with Julia by her mom. So you want to choose the window. Still with the teacher here, you want to defend Dylan. Sitting next to Gab here, you want to talk to her. And then tell her that you're ready. Next up, you want to ask Davila for help. At Lily's house, you want to stay. Next choice, upbeat music or calm music. It doesn't matter. You can pick whichever one you want. And then you tell her that you want her. Big time jump here. We're all the way now into the beer pong. Actually, quite a while without a choice here. And we're going to miss on purpose. With Julia on the balcony. Let's. Your next option here is go with May or don't go with her. It actually doesn't matter which one you choose. You basically get the same result. All right, for the last choice of episode 5, interrogate Sam or release Sam. In the end, it doesn't matter, but whichever option you choose, it affects the beginning of season 2. So let's just pick whichever one you want and then continue on. And that will do it for this walkthrough. Stay tuned. Season 2 is coming soon.